Thank you for tuning in to this special edition of Black Ops Trading. This is an instructional video to basically go over some of the new features in the spreadsheet. There are a lot of them that we need to discuss to get you up to par and up to speed on what we're about to embark upon. A lot of new features have been installed, and those of you who are already familiar with the spreadsheet will find these new updated features rather helpful. So let's get right into it. That way the video won't take too long. All right. The first thing you're going to notice when you open up the sheet is that you're gonna notice that there are some new columns. We also have some new tabs. Here we have the complete post-wave daily. That's your main sheet there. We also have the updated user manual. You're going to want to become familiar with this manual because it has all the explanations in it. Okay. This first box here, when you look at the user manual, it goes over all the signals, your primary signals, your intraday signals, momentum signals, short sell signals, not in play signals, what that means. One thing you'll note about the new formula is that just because something may not be in play, it doesn't mean that it's not tradable. Being in play for purposes of the spreadsheet just means that it is not a traditional buy or sell signal. These are those new algorithms that we talked about that pick up on price manipulation, things like that. So when you see these, you're going to know what to do with them because the explanations of them are here, contained within the user manual. So just become familiar with some of the symbols. As you scroll down, each column header here to the right will have you have the actual symbol there, and then you have a description to the right. Okay, and you'll note that these have been updated for you. Okay, so all you have to do is to glance here, and you can get a full description of it. We also have the additional questions and answers fact sheet here. This has been updated. There are 14 different ones on here now for you to take a look at, and it's all done to help you to be able to interpret the sheet. Okay. In addition to that, the lookup sheet and the my list are still there for you. They've been updated also. What I've done is I put things on there that I mostly trade and watch. There's also the options tip tab now. This options tips tab has also been updated as well, giving you the basics. Now you remember our rule on how we go about dealing with options, but this here is just some good information for you as far as a strategy is concerned, and we can talk more about that in the trading room. Okay, back to the main sheet. The first column, column A, is the My List. All right, it has a drop-down menu right here. All right, and it breaks it up between ETF, Forex, futures, and stocks. Okay. The next column here is column B. That's the hit list. This is my hit list. This is my watch list. Okay. So if you click this and then select, deselect these and just hit yes, it'll bring up everything that's on my hit list. All right. It'll bring up all the Forex and all the futures and ETFs and stocks that I watch and trade on a daily basis, which is cool. All right. So that's what that feature will do for you. The next column we have here is market. It breaks it down between Canadian markets and USA markets because that's what we follow right now. The next column is going to show you again the different types of securities, so you can filter through ETFs, Forex, futures, or stocks. Okay. That list is constantly being updated as we add new securities or drop securities from the list. Next column, as you know about, that's the security's name, and it can also be sorted by security name. All right, you can bring up all the securities and scroll through there, and you can filter that way. The next column, excuse me, is your post-wave status column. and you see that this one does bring up a let me scroll over so you guys can see it. There is a drop down menu here, so if you just put your cursor over column F, the post wave status, it'll bring up this note for you that you can see, okay, and it gives you what each acronym means, the pulse wave signals, all that stuff. It's right there for you. And I also had it so that it shows you what it means. Like, for instance, this new one, the NIP TOP means not in play, okay? That's what that means. And the TOP simply means trail open positions, okay? So no new signal for the day. However, this the system is holding from the last trade, so therefore if you're following the system, you would be holding also and moving your stop to the appropriate level, okay? And the post wave status column, as you know, can be filtered, so you can pick up all the different signals that there are, and you'll notice that there are quite a few additional ones. As we discussed earlier in the trading room, we had no choice not to overwhelm you, but we have to be one step ahead of the high frequency traders, and we have to be one step ahead of the exchange. So that's what all these here, and you can filter your trades through them. All right, the next column is new. This is your Fibonacci retracements. It's already built in for you, so you don't have to go over to the chart anymore and try to figure out where we are and things like that. It's automatically going to auto populate now and show you where we are. Are we ready to go long or short? Is the market ready to rebound or retrace, recover, whatever? It's here, and it gives you a reading, and the readings are as follows: the 38.20 bullish retracement, the 38.20 bearish retracement, the 50% bullish retracement, 50% bearish retracement, and of course the 61.80 bullish and bearish retracements and neutral. So that's what you get, okay? So that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to get you in the action, so that way you don't miss anything, okay? That's what that's there for. All right, excuse me. The next column here that you will notice is the pulse wave resistance column. That's the same column, okay? And the pulse wave buy column. All right, so those two things have not changed. Just remember, if you have a pulse wave buy here, it's going to be followed by a 1 in the column, which means that's an aggressive buy-in. So you're going to want to go ahead and place your buy stop limit on the next open. The next column is a new column. All right, this here is your main breakout resistance column, and it also has a note when you put your cursor over the header. It breaks down the color codes for you. The color codes are coordinated with this left-hand side of the column, this under here. Okay, it's designed so that you know if it's a confirmed pulse wave breakout, if it's a weekly swing trade, if it's a 2-bar Charlie day trade, or if it's a Q wave, or if it's we added the rally alerts and the Fibonacci retracements. All that's here. So basically, just run it down for you real quick. If it's a if it's going to be anything that like a Fibonacci retracement buy-in, or if it's going to be a weekly swing trade, or if it's a confirmed pulse wave breakout, or a Q wave, any of those things, any one of these signals, it's going to coordinate the color with the color on the right. Notice your confirmed pulse wave breakout, this light green here. Well, it's going to show light green over here, and it's going to make it to look just like that column. Let's scroll down and find us an example. Here we go, right here. Here's your example. All right. Notice how on this particular security here, this is the ticker symbol DIG. All right, we have a Q wave signal here, okay, under the pulse wave status, And when you scroll over here, you see the Fibonacci retracement is neutral. There's no Fibonacci retracement signal for the day. But you come over here, your entry point is $52.82. You can enter on a buy stop limit, or which is what we normally recommend in the room, or you can take an aggressive buy-in by entering at 52.82 on a stop. Okay. Just keep in mind that if you take the aggressive entry, you do run the risk of a head fake, false breakout, where it'll fill you at whatever the opening range is, but it could also reverse, and you can be filled at the high of the day. That's why we like to stop limits, because if it gaps up above our price, then we just kill the ticket and wait for the next signal. Okay. All right. So again, this new column here, column J, is going to coordinate with K, L, M, and N. Okay. It's going to coordinate color-wise. So that's how you know. Basically, if you see color here, then that means that this price trigger is in play for the day. If it's grayed out, that means the price trigger is not in play. Okay, the price trigger is not in play if it's grayed out. All right, so that's how that works. All right. Now, we were thinking about doing it in a way that it would take that away, but we decided to keep that in there just so you can get an idea. And we'll address that later in the strategy session, but this right here is just a quick overview. All right, so you're familiar with these the buy triggers. They're the same. They have not changed. What we've added, though, is columns P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, and W. All right, column P here is your positive momentum. See when you put your cursor over here, it tells you that's your positive momentum. The next one is your oversold swing VIX, overbought swing VIX, and your negative momentum. Okay, if you move over here so you can see that negative momentum one. There you go, negative momentum. Okay, now if you don't have a trade for the day, or even if you do, these are your momentum indicators. Okay, this here lets you know if there's a 1 here. Okay, that's a positive buy-in for the day. All right, and the system will pick that up. And even though the security may not be in play under the traditional sense, meaning there's no buy or sells here, you see this is highlighted green because this price trigger is in play. And you'll notice something here. We have a 61.80 bullish retracement on the Fibonacci, meaning that this security may be oversold. It's already pulled back 68.8%. Off its highs from the first reaction breakout, and is now primed to retrace again and to test that high. So you can go in and it gives you an entry price. Okay, so that's a new thing. Here on the oversold swing VIX, when you get an oversold swing VIX, it's not saying necessarily that the security is ready to turn around from an oversold condition. It's just giving you the heads up ahead of time, letting you know how the price action is behaving, that it may be ready to move as early as the next trading session. Okay. Positive momentum just means that you have buying on your side. You have some buyers coming in the market. Conversely, negative momentum means you have sellers coming into the market. Okay. So we can have sell signals and buy signals based off the momentum. The overbought and oversold indicators, same thing. Okay. New column is your sell short column. You'll notice that you have a 2-bar chart reversal, weekly support. If this is red background or black with the red writing, that means that this price trigger is in play to sell short at. And you also will sometimes get buy, short signals here. Okay. This day trade sell short signal is for intraday, and the weekly sell short, you can actually hold that until it's filled or until you get your next signal. And then, of course, last but not least, here's your trailing stop and initial stop loss. Those have not stopped. Those are the new features. So anyway, take what you can and give nothing back, and that's the end of this introductional video.